Hello, my friends. This is Sarah Jones, intuitive psychic and tarot therapist here at Tarot Therapy Co. And this is your weekly Sunday self care reading. I've added in a few more decks this week than I normally do, so I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So, if you want to take a moment to look at the three colors or the three piles we have here, we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and see which one is calling out to you. I always say pick one. This is self-care. We're not trying to overdo it. If you've already come over from Facebook or Instagram and you've chosen your pile, you can go right to the video description and the links, the timestamps are there for you. All right, so let's dive in to pile number 1. All right. So pile number 1, we got change one small thing today and start. We're going to start small. You guys are going to be doing some abundance planning. The gift of dance, the aura chakra. I have been seeing the gift of dance or dancing and movement in a lot of the readings lately. We also have a little river here. And then we have medicine woman. I don't have a lot of room. And then we have light beings, which I will pull out at the end. I'll push it up. All right. So for you guys, I'm definitely being drawn to changing one thing today. Okay. So simple. So simple. Change one small thing. How easy is that? You know, I feel like for you guys, what's one thing in your life that is just needs to change? I want you to think about that. What and it's not something big. So I think when we're making changes, we're trying to make huge changes all the time. And that can be so overwhelming. So that is why Spirit is saying change one small thing, not a bunch of huge, big things, okay? And you have to make this choice, okay? You can't, I don't want you thinking about it too much. You have to let today, or let this week, I like to say let this week, be the week that you make this shit happen, you know? We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And we all have the freedom to choose what we do with that 24 hours. We crave change all the time, but on deeper levels, we resist change all the time. So I want you to focus on a smaller change. Creating one small thing, it can really create a ripple effect across every area of your life. Okay? When we try to change things on a bigger scale, it tends to scare us back into our comfort zone and we don't get anything done or changed. And what's one small thing you can change today that's going to make your life easier tomorrow? That's your question. Okay, that's your question I want you to answer for yourself. And and it can be something so simple. If you're trying to lose weight, maybe just stop drinking soda or stop drinking fruit juices and replace them with water. Simple change that will make a difference tomorrow. Okay? So I want you to think about that. I want you to definitely think about that. And you guys are also going to be focusing on some abundance planning. Okay? And this has to do, obviously, with your finances. But abundance just doesn't always mean finances. It's how abundant do you feel like your life is? Do you feel like you have good things going on? Do you feel like the people that you invest your time in are abundant? Do they reciprocate that? That goes for work, that goes for family, that goes for friends. So I want you to start thinking about how you can increase your abundance in your life. Okay, one place to start is, yes, making a budget, focusing on your finances. But in the bigger scheme of things as well, I want you to focus on where you're putting your energy in your life. Okay, the gift of dance is interesting because I feel like that's just, like I said, it keeps coming up in a lot of my readings lately, the dance and the moving. And so that's like a chakra card, but the gift of dance has to do with the aura chakra. So we don't talk about that chakra a lot. But your guides definitely, they want you to get things moving. So this is more so about getting things physically moving in your life. Um, what stories are you attached to? What inspires you? What excites you? Where do you need permission in your life to do things? And there's no right or wrong answers. So don't think about that. I just feel like I feel like I feel like this isn't about literally dancing, but this is about seeing the physical things in your life that are holding you back and kind of making you small and making you resist any changes coming through. Resist the flow of life. Okay? So I want you to see yourself and understand what it is you're projecting out into the world. I feel like that's what's coming through really with this card, not physically dancing. Okay? When we're looking at that little river card with that beautiful horse on it, I feel like your guides are coming through and saying that your path, that your life path is not supposed to be straight. It winds like a river, it moves, it flows. So your guides don't want you to stress in the super, super minute details of everything. They don't want you to worry if things have gone wrong. They want you to trust, just like this horse trusts its instincts. They want you to trust that you're going to end up exactly where you need to be. And I feel like this week our missions and our ideas are kind of putting us on a specific path that we may need to be on. Okay? And I feel like it's path towards that wise woman over there, that medicine woman. So your guides, again, what's coming through is this life path for you guys, and it's confirmation that you are on your life path and that there's twists and there's turns, but that you're always headed in the right direction. You're not going backwards. And I feel like with these small changes and this planning for abundance and this focusing on your path, it will help you see that one, you're going in the right direction, that two, you're making some progress, and three, that you're supported. You're supported as always by your spirit team. Okay. I feel like your guides are trying to get you to recognize the signs that come through, to listen to your intuitive feelings, to trust when you can't see what's going on, to trust what's coming through. Because even here we have these light beings And when this card comes through, it's really about trusting in your light, trusting in your intuition, trusting in your path. And practice connection and gratitude, and letting go of logic is what keeps coming through. Like, let yourself be creative this week, because the medicine woman, like when we go see a medicine woman, we don't see her because she has physical medicine for us. We see her because she trusts in her intuition, and she can has this connection with the divine. And we have to see ourselves as that as well. I feel like for those of you who chose this pile, you definitely have to see yourself as that light being, as that divine connection to your spirit guides, to your angels, to yourself, to your higher self that's coming through, and really entrusting your path this week. That has really come through in all three of these cards, is trusting your path. And you're going to do a little bit of abundance planning and changing just one small thing. Change one small thing and then start creating the plan. I feel like it definitely has to be in that order. Like, I don't usually put the cards up in any specific order, but I feel like this was a great order for you guys, okay? And trust in your own light. Trust in your higher self and trust in your path, because it's winding and twisting, and that is exactly what it's supposed to be doing at this moment. All right? So if this reading resonates with you, please hit that like button. If you know somebody who could benefit from this weekly self-care reading, be sure to share it with them. And if you want to see more readings from me, be sure to subscribe. All right. Pile number 2. See what we got for you all. All right. Oh, okay. We're committing to some self-care rituals this week. Okay. Oh, I love this one. We're looking for the fairies. The gift of command. Ooh, we're going to be working with our throat chakra. Let's see. And we got fire and rain. So some duality going on for you guys. And then we got the peacock princess. I love her. She says, I am enough. I am enough. She has so much going on. She's a mother. She's a daughter. She's a sister. She's a lover. She's everything. And then we're going to be working on some alignment tasks as well. I'm going to put this one down for now. We'll bring it back up later. All right. So have you been committing to self-care? Have you been actually doing any self-care rituals? So I feel like if you chose this pile, you need an actual like self-care ritual this week. And I feel like you obviously need to commit to that, but I feel like you need to know that self-care is not selfish, okay? And you this week need to give yourself permission to put yourself first, okay? I feel like a lot of you may be feeling burned out. You're overgiving. You're not speaking your truth. You're trying to be everything for everyone. And you're tired. It's exhausting, you know. Your cup is empty here. If you chose this, your cup is most definitely empty. So I want you to commit to some kind of self-care ritual this week. I don't care if it's taking a nap. I don't care if it's 5 minutes in the bathroom by yourself. And if you can even do a small daily ritual that becomes a habit, over time. Just a 5-minute meditation somewhere in your day that helps you recharge your batteries. That's going to change your whole outlook and world if you can do that. Okay? So, I want you to commit to something, whatever it is that you think will work for you. Okay? And I love this. So, we're looking for the fairies. And when we look for fairies, I think one of the reasons why we look for fairies is because we need to be able to focus our energy on something magical. you know, I think we've forgotten how to tune into something magical here. That's what is coming through. And when you can do that, it helps you learn to focus on other things. So no, we're not looking for actual fairies, although some of us may. Maybe you'll see some fairies come through, whether they're coming through maybe your timeline, or maybe you'll see sparkles. I see sparkles sometimes. But you have to be, this is very much about putting yourself into a state of joy. And like I said, I felt like many of you have just been giving and you're exhausted. So this is mostly about connecting with your own childlike wonderment and keeping yourself open to different potentials that will come through if you let them, but you can't see them if you're not open, if you're not a little curious. Okay? And then that throat chakra over there, I feel like some of you need to be trusting and speaking your truth. Okay? Saying how you feel. And I feel like I need to tell you guys right now, part of your purpose in life is really to command time and space. And the time given and the space designated to you from the get-go for fulfilling your purpose, your dreams, your life. So I feel like you need to show up and keep showing up. Your personality, your mind, your body, and spirit, you need to take command over them and have command of your thoughts as well. That's one of the biggest things, you may be struggling with, holding those positive vibrations and attracting them and using positive words and sounds. There's a focus on learning. There's a focus on opening up. And there's a focus on mastering communication, opening up that throat chakra. So I want you to, this week, be very clear in your communications, especially with yourself. Do not hold back. Say what you mean. Say how you feel. There's no need to hold it back. Okay? The fire and the rain, like I said, there's this duality. There's it's like, oh gosh, how do I explain it? It's like perfection and imperfection all at once. Okay? And there's something within you that struggles to see that in yourself. That you are not perfect. That you don't have to be perfect. That you can just be you. You don't have to choose to be one version of you or choose to be perfect. The perfect version of you. There's no perfect version of you. The perfect version of you is so imperfect that you don't even understand it until you start to accept it. Okay? And that peacock princess, she's one of those people who starts to accept it. Okay. And oh God, I feel like so many of you are struggling. You're impatient. You're maybe worried you have not accomplished all the things that you want to achieve. Maybe you're not doing things quickly enough. You're taking a lot of things to heart. And your guys want you to know that the universe is working with you. It's not working against you. So even when things seem like they're not happening fast enough, there's other stuff happening. Or maybe you just need a break. I feel like many of you just need a moment, a break. And you know, if you keep trying to push yourself beyond your limits and draining your energy, your joy is going to keep just flying out the window. You know, if we don't learn how to rest, then you're going to become exhausted. You're going to become cranky. Your life is you're going to be out of alignment, which is why I see the alignment card here. Because you've been out of alignment. We want to get you back into alignment with your path, with your journey, with your gratitude, with yourself. There's something that has pushed you out of alignment, and the universe is coming in saying you need to get yourself back into alignment. Don't let guilt or shame stop you from taking some downtime either, okay? Because downtime is so important. Really, it's so, so important. And I feel like y'all need it, okay? So your guys are coming through and they're saying the most helpful thing you can do is rest, is commit to self-care, to just stop being so serious and look for the fairies, you know. Open up your throat, say what you need. Even if it's just to yourself, and accept the duality within you and accept that you are enough just the way you are and stop trying to overdo it. This is how you kind of come back into alignment. Okay? So, if this reading resonated with you, please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see more readings from me, please be sure to subscribe. And if you know somebody who could benefit from this weekly self-care reading, be sure to share it with them. All right, pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3, we're stepping outside of our comfort zone. We got some focus on family going on this week. Our flow of life going on. And we got the Fae born here. I'm actually going to move these over because you got the 2 cards go down sideways. And we got Creatrix. And we got a soul journey going on. Okay. So put these cards down. I want you to be looking at those for a moment. So, okay. Creatrix is actually pulling to me first. So I'm going to put her up. I like her. So I feel like she's coming through because there's this need to really break free from something. There's this feeling of restlessness coming through you guys and being confined or craving for something more, and you can't quite figure out what that is, you know. So I feel like your guys are coming through and saying there's this plan for your life. So don't think there's not. There's definitely a plan because, again, I'm going to pull up Soul Journey too because that, like, both of these cards kind of calling out to me first. And this soul journey that you're on, it feels pretty intense. Like, I love all the clouds there. And I feel like there's a new chapter beginning for many of you. You know, go easy on yourself. But I want you to be able to breathe into the present moment and let go of anxieties that are kind of building up. You know, your guides are saying stop stressing about the future, stop stressing about what's going on, step out of your past, you know. Stop trying to figure everything out. That is what they're saying for you this week. If you're trying to figure everything out, you're just going to make yourself kind of more crazy. Okay. So when we look at what else we have going on here, we can see that your guides are saying to step out of your comfort zone and flow with life a little more. So I feel like that's part of why you are not supposed to be just like overthinking everything. Um, Again, I feel like there's some uncertainty, there are some unknowns, and you need to walk into those things. You need to let yourself trust that when you walk into those things and when it feels uncomfortable, you're going to be able to move past that. Okay? And you don't need to have the answers as to what is beyond that. I want you to push through and push into those things. Okay? I'm going to skip to the flow with life because I feel like that's where you're struggling. You're trying to not flow with life, but control life, and it's giving it right back to you. So you're really being asked to work on a deeper level of understanding the flow and energy in all things. For some of you, particularly your family relationships. For others, it may be other relationships in your life. There's some insecurities that are popping up for you guys around your true self. Maybe some feelings of inadequacy, shame, embarrassment that are kind of coming through, you know. And there's also this giver taker. So I feel like there needs to be a balance in your life of what you're giving and what you're taking, and what you're allowing others to give and take from you as well. For some reason, there's something missing there, or something being overdone, and your guys are coming through and they're saying observation is the key to understanding your role in the relationships that surround you. Okay. So they really want you to pay attention to this week just to see where you kind of fit in. Um, and again, you're being called to tune into the energies of your family relationships. So looking for any maybe unresolved trauma we can clear up or just recognize. And I want you guys to look for opportunities to heal any old wounds with family members or find ways to connect with family members this week, even if it's through a phone call. And I feel like there's something where your family members need you in some way, shape, or form, and I feel like that will help you, like, kind of almost distract you from this restlessness that you have going on, if you can focus on the family at this time, because it'll kind of help you move through that. And then we have the Fae-born. And it's the Fae-born is like, again, magic kind of calling out to you. Earth magic, the inner wildness within you. It's kind of looking to be released when we see the Fae. you know. So your guides want you to connect with that. Connect with your inner wildness. And I don't know, that's what I'm getting. Connect with your inner wildness. So, if this reading resonated with you, please be sure to hit the like button. If you know somebody who could benefit from a weekly self care reading, be sure to share this with them. And if you want to see more readings from me, please be sure to subscribe.